Oh, you feel that? Is it hot in here? Or is it just me? Oh, baby. Oh, I'm dripping. I'm soaking wet. Forget what you know about DFF episodes. Tonight, it's gonna get, sweaty. Take off your clothes. Crank those ACs. I'm proud to announce that Sweat is now available. Deep fat fried.
Sweaty. Why is it so sweaty, Paul? You've always been obsessed with sweat. Every time we look at a picture of someone that even has a little glisten of sweat, you're like, look how sweaty. Look at that sweat. It's like a fetish thing for you, or what's going on there? Why are you so fascinated by the sweat?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's funny.
He is one, dude. TJ. Now, I'm not going to rehash the same story, but like we have been to several events with Paul in the swampy ass fucking state of Louisiana, and Paul gets very sweaty.
That's true.
Very quickly.
Paul gets drenched.
I'm a sweaty guy. I'm not ashamed to admit it. This episode ain't about shaming the sweaty. Okay. It's about embracing and celebrating the sweat. Because I enjoy sweat. It makes me laugh.
Do you enjoy sweat on your balls, though? Like when your balls...
Well, no, I mean, sweat, like everything else, has an upside and a downside. You know what I mean? Pizza's delicious, but it'll clog your heart. You know what I mean? Sex feels great, but it's complicated, and you might get a venereal disease. You know what I mean? You're up and down, and
that is true.
And sweat is no different. But I enjoy sweat. You know what actually inspired me to do this episode today was I often go back and watch some of our really older episodes now that there's like 3 years worth of them. And I landed on that old one that we did, No Ideas. You guys remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
And I watched that shit and I was like, oh, you know, for being an episode about nothing, basically, it turned out pretty funny. And then, but at the end of it, I went on a fucking, like, I lost my shit looking at a picture of Kanye West because he was a little sweaty. And in fact, I think I pulled that picture as the next picture on the roster for us to take a look at. No, this is a different one. This is a different one, but he's very sweaty.
I mean, I'd say everyone in this is sweaty.
Yeah, it's true. Kim is the least sweaty.
Yeah, of course.
That other guy, he's more visibly sweaty because he's wearing a shirt that shows it off. But Kanye is King Sweat in this one. So,
I wish Kim was a little more sweaty, especially in like if her tits were a little sweaty. I don't know. That sweaty titty gleam is kind of a thing for me.
Well, you got to turn it sexual.
Every time, TJ.
I'm looking at big ass weird titties.
TJ, every fucking time, dude, we see a picture. If it involves what many have considered to be an attractive woman, what do you do, TJ? Instantly go, what the fuck?
I see them fucking bazongas. I can't control myself. What am I supposed to do? You know?
Wedding, guys, right? Fellow male.
Disagree?
Make me sick. Yeah, you make me fucking sick.
Dude, sweaty Kanye looks like he heard what you said about Kim's titties and he's not happy.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He's like, what'd you say, TJ?
It's like, excuse me? Excuse me, TJ?
Yeah?
I was
well,
like,
you know
TJ.
what?
She seems happy
what
with
are you doing,
She
TJ? You putting on a sweater there?
Yeah, it's. I know we're doing an episode on sweat, but it's actually pretty cold in this room. So
it's chilly.
Sorry.
Hey, you know what,
I mean, it is the winter.
Yeah.
You crank that heater up, put a couple layers on, you'll start to get nice and sweaty.
You know, I'm not really super prone to the schvet. I gotta be honest with you.
I have to beg.
You don't ever schwitz?
I'm really not. I mean, I'm not saying I don't sweat. I'm just saying
I'm not
I'm not a major perspirer like, you know, some people.
You don't get sweaty?
No, I do. I mean, I'll get sweaty if it's hot, whatever, but
I'm
not like
dude.
Yeah, I know so many people that are like Stevie. He says a little bit of heat, he's drenched in sweat. Paul, a little bit of heat, drenched in sweat. I mean, it takes a little bit more. It takes a little fucking more heat to get me there. And even then, it's like more on my face. Don't really get that fucking sweat. Sometimes at night, I'll get like fucking flop sweats, I guess, and fucking be all nasty. But
we gotta get Paul. We gotta get Paul for his next birthday an air conditioned shirt, dude. So it's the summer. He can Paul's like, I ain't sweating this time. I'm good.
That'd be dope if they make them.
I ain't even sweating.
I think they do.
Oh, they definitely make it. I've seen them.
Yeah,
I've seen that shit.
All right, TJ. So when Paul's birthday rolls around, 50-50, man. Get him an air conditioned shirt.
3X. Remember, I'm a fat fuck.
7X.
So
10X.
Before we get to the really fun stuff, I thought we'd cover the basics. Why do we sweat? What is sweat? And all of that stuff. Let's get it out of the way. Let's demystify it. Quit laughing so much at it, TJ. Quit being so puerile about it, okay? Everybody sweats.
Demystify. Yeah.
Everything's got to be a joke with you, TJ.
Yourself. Yeah, you gotta. It helps you keep cool, Paul. That's why you sweat, buddy.
That's right. Everyone has sweat glands. They're all over your body. You might not realize it, but sweat alone has no odor. Surprisingly, if you taste your sweat, it's sweet. One drop of sweat is about 99% water. The remaining 1% of sweat is like urea, uric acid, ammonia, lactic acid, vitamin C, other substances.
Where's the sweetness come in? Where's the fucking sugar?
I'm guessing the urea.
Yeah, sugar. I don't like urea. It sounds too much like urine.
Well, that's because urine is named after urea.
Is there piss and sweat?
I mean,
Gross.
There's urea in sweat, and there's urea in urine.
So what I'm hearing is
do the math, TJ.
Sweat's a little pissy.
Sweat is piss. Sweat is piss. I'm learning new things.
So, as Scotty said, sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself. Yeah. You make sweat in various situations. Maybe you work up a good sweat at the gym. Well, maybe if you're not TJ. Or during another vigorous activity. Yeah. Or maybe you find yourself sweating before a presentation or before school.
Do you have nervous sweat, Paul?
No, not really.
I never had that. I never had that either. I know some people that have that. But,
I have like heat-based sweats and exertion sweat,
Yeah.
But I don't have like, oh, God, I'm nervous. But there are actually two different types of sweat for two different types of sweating, as we'll soon learn.
Here's another Kanye picture here.
Yeah. And he is, as you can see.
I can see that big fucking bead running down his face there.
Yeah. And then look like down his neck, too.
Yeah.
He is sweaty.
Gross.
Very, very sweaty.
Oh, man. Whew.
Anyway.
And he's wearing a hoodie. He's wearing a hoodie, too. So, underneath here. Woo!
Oh, yeah, man. If he would have lifted up that arm, it would be Sweat City under there.
You lift this arm up, that half of the crowd fucking fans. Lift this one up, the other crowd. The other side just goes out. We can't take it.
So there's two different types of sweat that's made by two different types of sweat glands during these different types of sweats that we've talked about. Your nervous, stress-based sweats and your exertion, it's hot outside kind of sweats. So common sweat, also known as what most of us sweat, is the light, watery sweat that happens when you're active on a summer day. This sweat cools as it evaporates off your skin, soaks your shirt when you exercise, etc. Okay?
Yeah.
Stress sweat, or as it's known in the scientific world, TJ sweat. This type of sweat feels thick.
I don't even have this sweat. Fuck you.
Feels thick and actually contains fat. It's produced during times of extreme stress and comes from the roots of body hair in your armpits, scalp, and groin area.
Yeah. Stressy groin sweat.
Yep. Now, I think everybody gets sweaty in their groin.
Nope. Not me.
What, your groin just stays completely dry all day, does it, TJ?
Bone
Oh,
dry.
dude, Paul. I don't know about you. but I know you're a very hygienic guy. At the end of the day, even if I'm taking a shower, man, I always have time to wash my balls.
You have to.
Always have time. You got to wash your nuts, man. Your nuts like, oh, man, you've been fucking marinating your own fucking sweaty ass juice all day.
Maybe you guys do, but my balls don't sweat.
Let's see what you're missing out on, plebs.
You dumb fucking simp.
Cut this man's dick! Show for intellectuals only. Get out, plebs!